All right, so today we are making a brown stock. This is Carly and Annie. So the first step in making a brown stock is to roast the bones. So we have 15 pounds of beef bones here. We're just going to place them into this pan. This is a braising pan. So it's kind of like a sheet tray, but with raised edges, so you can cook dry and moist heat methods in here. So we're going to start with the dry heat of roasting, and then we're going to probably roast them for about 45 minutes or so, turning them once or twice to make sure they all get nice and caramelized. Cool. All right, so Annie, if you could open that bottom oven, and we will put these in there. Awesome. And we'll be back in a little while. Okay, so we've roasted, step one was roasting these bones. We've roasted them till nice caramelized. We turned them once during the cooking period. So you can see here that the nice brown bits on the pan and everything. And we've got plenty of oil in here, a little fat, but we're gonna get rid of most of that. Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna take these bones and put them into our pot. And then we're gonna drain. Step two, we'll be taking these, putting them in the pot, and then draining most of the fat off. Because what we have to do is deglaze the pan with a little bit of water. We also we're going to use this pan to saute our mirepoix and brown our tomato paste. Those are the other ingredients that will go in. So we'll stop back whenever we're ready for our next step. Okay, so we're back. We're going to go step three. We have the little bit of the reserved fat, and now we're going to take our mirepoix, which is onions, carrots, and celery. Onions are, what is the ratio for a mirepoix in the vegetables? How much? It's 2 parts.
2 parts onion.
2 parts onion. 2.
Carrot.
1 part carrot, 1 part celery. Very good. Good. Back over here. Alright. We also have our water, 3 gallons. We have our sachet de piece, which we're going to put in once we start to simmer. And that's got our nice bag of spices. And our tomato paste, which we'll add. Right now, we're just trying to brown, get a little color to our saute, basically our mirepoix. Okay. So this pan, since it's a braising pan, we can use it pretty much everywhere for like. Put it in the oven, we can take it back out. It's got nice high edges, so we can bring it back onto the stove, use it here. We can put it back into the oven if we wanted to let it kind of braise for a little while. What we're going to do is we're going to saute these veggies. We're going to finish it with a little bit of tomato paste, and then we're going to deglaze with the water, a little bit of the water, and we're going to add all of it to the pot, and then we're going to let that pot, the brown stock simmer for about 5 to 6 hours. Then we're going to come out, we're going to start with 3 gallons of liquid. We're going to end up with about 2 gallons of liquid. It's actually going to cook down. These flavors are going to come together. Okay. Good. So we're going to do that, and then we'll be back here in a minute. Okay, so we've sauteed this for about 5 minutes or so to get nice golden brown. And we're going to add the tomato paste. I like adding this paste at this point because it gives that taste a little bit of, takes a little bit of the bitterness out of the paste. In your recipe, it just has you adding it to the stock, and which will work. You'll still get some flavor out of it, but I feel like it leaves a little bitterness in there. Just kind of brings the sugars out from the tomato paste. It also soaks up a lot of that fat that's on the bottom. If you're Italian and you're making your Sunday gravy or your marinara sauce with your paste, that's called frying your paste. So we're going to fry our paste a little bit. So, why did we keep these vegetables in nice big 2-inch chunks instead of a small dice? Does anybody know? Anybody want to tell me here today?
Okay, so they're in bigger chunks because if they were smaller, they would disintegrate and then they would become cloudy and we want clear stuff.
Correct, yeah. So we're going to cook this for a good 4 or 5 hours. If we put it into a small dice, the carrots, the celery, onions, they all just kind of dissolve into it, and our stock would get cloudy, and we don't want that. All right, so now we're going to take this time to deglaze the pan with a little bit of beef bone. Now over here. You're laughing. All right, take a little bit of our 3 gallons of liquid, and we're going to deglaze. So what deglazing does anybody want to tell me before I tell you?
Doesn't it just get the really good flavorful fond off the bottom?
Yes. So deglazing the pan gets all those brown bits called fond, F-O-N-D-E, out off the bottom of the pan. So all of that fond is flavor and it's color. So we want a brown roux, or I mean a brown stock. So the goal of this is to have a nice dark color. These nice brown bits are going to give us our nice dark color, as well as the brown bits that are left on the bone that's in there. Okay. Yeah, you can see really well. Good. So what we'll do is we're just going to let that kind of pick up those nice brown bits off the bottom, simmer for a little bit. And we're going to take this liquid, add it to the bones, and then we're going to add the rest of this liquid. We're going to add our sachet de piece over there, and then we're just going to let it come up to a simmer, turn it down, so it's just barely simmering, and we're going to cook that until it reduces down to 2 gallons, and that's going to take about probably 4 to 5 hours. We'll be back with the finished product.